He's an award-winning country music artist, modern country traditionalist, Drake Milligan. It's so good to have you on the show.
Great to be here.
You know, it's like I've told you when you came in studio, Drake, I became aware of you back when you did Sun Records. But I'll tell you what, your country music career and your songs on your Spotify playlist now in the millions.
Yeah.
It's not going bad.
We're chugging right along. I mean, yeah, it's been kind of crazy, you know. I had pretty much had my debut record, Dallas Fort Worth, ready to go about 2020, 2021.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, COVID hit, and we kind of had to sit on it for a while, and then the opportunity for America's Got Talent came along.
Yeah.
So I went for it and released that record right on the heels of that show. And it's been kind of crazy ever since. I've been like on a worldwide tour, seriously, ever since.
Right.
It's awesome, you know. You know, that show immediately allowed me a little bit of a fan base all across the world, and we've been able to really capitalize on that show. And
yes, you have.
And get out and see everybody, and I've got a great road band, and so. You know, it's been great to get out and kind of build on that, and it's cool to keep on building. I mean, sounds like something I do. We keep on looking at the streams. It's like keeps just chugging right along.
Well, I'll tell you what blew me away. You know, and you've got so many great songs. We were talking about Dallas Fort Worth, which an ode to your hometown, and it's like they're just fun, upbeat songs, and you have the uncanny ability, with what you do in studio and on the road with your concerts, to take country music and make it new. You've got that deep sound.
Oh, man.
And it's fun. It's like I was talking about I Got a Problem, to where it's like certainly the first version came out. I prefer the extended version.
Yeah.
And it's like, just great songs, and it seems like, the songwriters you're working with, and you're with band and everything else. We're talking about Tony Brown, our mutual friend, or Tony helped you out some too, and what a great guy to work with here in town.
Yeah, Tony co-produced my first record, Dallas Fort Worth. Tony was one of the first people I knew in Nashville. Talk about a good person to know,
right?
In Nashville, and. He had seen me on Sun Records play Elvis. Tony famously played keys with Elvis.
Oh, yes.
Back in the day, and he had seen me on the show, loved what I did, and so reached out, and ended up getting to know him. And whenever I moved to town, I go, hey, Tony, I'm wanting to get into this country music thing. You think we might want to work together? And so we did that first record together, and man, just great stories. It's just he's so there's such a wealth of knowledge. About music, and Tony is so passionate about music. If he's feeling something, he feels it 100%.
Right.
And it's so inspiring to work with somebody like that.
And also, as you and I know, also, Drake, Tony is only going to work with the people that he wants to work with.
Exactly.
Because he can do that.
Exactly.
Because he's Tony Brown.
Exactly.
So it's very complimentary to you and to your music and what you're doing, because when you're out on the road with Luke Bryan and with Blake Shelton and everything, and holding your own and keeping the crowds happy and bringing them back for more, that's big.
Yeah, and my whole thing is, like I said, I love that you said, we're trying to keep that old school sound alive, because a lot of my influences are that, and I grew up with really my parents' music, which was like Merle Haggard and George Jones and Buck Owens and the 90s country, of course, George Strait, Alan Jackson, and then when I found out who Elvis was, that kind of changed my whole world.
Totally.
And that's what got me into performing, and so that's become a fun part for me, is just becoming an entertainer.
Right.
I kind of pride myself on really wanting to put on a great live show. And we get out there and have a ton of fun. So
just amazing too. And one of the things too, going through your entire catalog, and I know our audience is going to want to do the same, because listening to all of your past songs and your newest songs, it seems like you have an uncanny ability to pick the ones that fit your voice best. You know what I mean? Because some people, it's like they try to force the range, or it's not in the right key. But it's like, once again, one of my favorite songs of yours, Bad Day to Be a Beer. And it's like you personified this beverage. And it's like you picture, a frightened beer, that's kind of, sweating, going, oh my gosh, am I the one to go now?
Yeah. It's interesting. When I moved to Nashville, I've been here about 7 or 8 years now. And when I moved here, I didn't really plan on being a songwriter. I thought I was going to be one of these artists that capitalized on this beautiful songwriting city that we have, and find all these songs. But for me, songwriting became finding my own sound. You know, when I came here and started, you know, having songs or trying to find songs around town, it was hard for me to take something and really feel like I was making something unique. Right. You know, and having my own sound. And kind of fell into songwriting, you know, just because I wanted to find my own sound, and I wanted to learn how to do it. And luckily I was able to have like a master class of great songwriters here, guys like Terry McBride,
oh my gosh,
Bob Green and Bryce Long, and it's just being able to get into those rooms and really learn how to write a song. You know, it's allowed me now to be able to take a song that maybe I didn't write and make it my own. Right. Which is one thing with I Got a Problem. You know, that's the first song I've cut that I did not write. But it was such a great moment for me. I'll never forget sitting down with my guitar, and I heard the demo and I was like, man, I love this song. There's something about this song that I love. But I really needed to find my kind of thing. And once I sat down with the guitar on it and found that kind of, you know, that really for me it was kind of like a beat ballad. Was finding that tune, you know, that Buddy Holly kind of, you know, famously coined, and Marty Stewart always had some cool beat ballads. And once I kind of found that, I go, oh, that's great. That's like that. All of a sudden, it felt like my own song, and I was like, man, I found my thing on it. And I was like, so that's been a fun thing too of finding these outside songs. What a great songwriting city, you know, and there's so many songwriters out there every day who are going to write better songs than I ever will.
Yeah, but also be able to make them your own, Drake, and you do that with every song you do. And I mean, I got to bring up too to where you and I started talking guitars a little bit. With your main songwriting guitar, Gibson, you know, you got a Southern Jumbo.
Well, it's an Advanced Jumbo.
Advanced Jumbo.
My main guitar. That was the guitar that you know, when I moved to town, I had a little money stashed away, and I didn't have a good guitar yet. I didn't have a good you know, acoustic electric guitar that I could play on stage. So I went, man, I'm going to go around to every shop in the city,
which I enjoy doing too.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to find, and I'm not going to buy a guitar until I can't leave without one. And I did. I found this Advanced Jumbo. It's a custom shop Gibson, 2008, and it's. I love it because it's slimmer than most. It's slimmer than even most Advanced Jumbos. For whatever reason, when they made this guitar, they made it just you know, that body is a little slimmer, and I just like the way it fits on stage. And that's really just been my go-to live guitar. I love old Gibsons. I've got an old country and western Gibson that I love, 57.
And I saw you in the videos too with some Martins. Yeah, I've got and you do have your Elvis Martin.
I've got an Elvis Martin that I love. The 175th anniversary, Martin made 175 of the Elvis, like a replica of Elvis's 55 D28, and it's got the leather-bound cover and everything.
Just beautiful.
Yeah. So I love guitars.
Well, and in between too, you can pick up a little Rickenbacker. So then you need, you know, Vox amp to go with that.
Exactly. Yeah, I recently got an old '60s Rickenbacker, man, and. From a friend Tom Bukovac, Sweet Tom, Uncle Larry, as we all know him affectionately. I got a great Rickenbacker from him, and you know, I can play a mean G chord on it, and it sounds good.
Yeah, but you look good also, because you kind of got that Beatles look, you know, like Tom said, you got to play it closer to the bridge.
You got to play it all the way back to the bridge, like John Lennon, man. Yeah.
So it was so much fun, and I know you're going to have more new music rolling out later this year into next year, and obviously some cool merch, because I gave you great ideas already for the T-shirts. You know, it's just that those are going to go incredible. Yeah. I want to make sure, you know, with your tour, you know, certainly you're out on the road with Luke Bryan, but also with your own worldwide tour. I want to make sure our viewers know the best website, social media, everything. And also, I forgot to bring up too, your YouTube. You're doing your YouTube sessions now.
Absolutely, so
where do people need to go, Drake?
Well, you can go to drakemilligan.com and you can check out all my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. We do these fun living room sessions.
I know, it's so
on my
cool.
YouTube channel. Me and my band kind of hole up in my house for a couple days, and we'll do old covers. We'll do some of my songs, and it's just a fun way to kind of get, you know, just really keep us busy when we're are not already busy on the
But
road.
also, it's just fun videos, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, and be on the lookout for new music. I've been in the studio with Trent Woolman here recently, and man, we've been having a ton of fun. We went over to the historic RCA Studio A and cut some songs.
Yeah.
And boy, I've really always wanted to do that.
There's some kind of vibe in there. I don't know what it is.
Man, it's amazing, and it's such
history.
a great. I mean, Chet built a great room there, and it's still just there's still some magic in that room.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I'm excited to get some new music out, hopefully later this year, and yeah, it's just keep it rolling, you know.
I'll tell you,
we're playing a ton of shows.
Always playing a ton of shows, but also be sure and go see him live. Check the website, check the tour when he's coming to a town near you. You got to go see Drake Milligan play live, and also add all of his newest songs, all the songs, including my favorites, onto your playlist. I Got a Problem. Go with the extended version. It's the better one, and also the entire LP, Dallas Fort Worth. There's not a bad song on there.
Oh man!
And I can't wait to hear the new ones too.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you on the show.
Great to be here.
Check him out.